If you've ever thought, why do I freeze when I need to speak up? Or why do I replay conversations in my head for hours? Perhaps even you thought, why does saying what I need feel so hard? There's a good chance this didn't start with you as an adult. A lot of difficulty finding your voice likely started during your childhood. Let's talk about it. When you grow up in an environment where emotions were dismissed, conflict felt unsafe, or love felt conditional, you learned something important early on. Staying quiet keeps you safe. Going along keeps things calm. Reading the room matters more than expressing yourself. And again, this wasn't a flaw, it was a skill. Your nervous system adapted to your environment. But what helped you survive then is the root of your problems now. As an adult, this often shows up as avoiding conflict even when something really matters. Overthinking conversations before and after they happen, anxiety around disappointing people, feeling disconnected from what you actually want, second guessing yourself constantly, saying yes when you really mean no. You might be described as easygoing or low maintenance, while internally you're exhausted and anxious. That's not because you lack confidence, it's because your authentic voice learned it wasn't always welcome. Let's look at a real life example. Imagine you're at work. Your workload keeps increasing, but you don't speak up. You tell yourself, it's fine. Other people have it worse. I don't want to seem difficult. Later that night, you're replaying the conversation, feeling tense, irritated, maybe even resentful, mostly at yourself. That cycle, silence, overthinking, anxiety, is a very common pattern for people whose voices learn to stay quiet early on. Here's the key reframe: your authentic voice isn't gone, it's cautious, and it needs safety before it speaks. So the work isn't forcing yourself to be louder, it's helping your nervous system feel safer telling the truth. Let's talk about coping strategies that actually help. First, slow down your responses. You don't owe immediate answers. Try using phrases like, let me think about that. I'll get back to you. I need a little time. This creates space between your automatic people pleasing response and your real feelings. Second, name what's happening internally. When anxiety shows up, ask yourself, am I afraid of conflict right now? Am I worried about being rejected or judged? Is this reminding me of an old situation? Awareness lowers intensity. You're not weak, you're triggered. Third, practice low risk honesty. Start small, not the biggest boundary, not the hardest conversation. Something like choosing the restaurant you actually want, saying that doesn't work for me, admitting I'm not sure instead of pretending. Each small act builds trust with yourself. Now let's pull this together into a simple self help toolkit you can return to. Tool 1: the pause. Before responding, breathe once and silently ask, what do I actually feel? Tool 2: the body check. Notice where tension shows up: jaw, chest, stomach. Your body often knows before your mind does. The tension might be telling you, this doesn't feel safe. A boundary is being crossed. This reminds me of something old. I'm about to people please. The body check helps translate physical sensation into meaning without judgment. Instead of what's wrong with me, it becomes what is my body responding to? Tool 3: the safety reminder. Tell yourself, I'm allowed to take up space. Discomfort doesn't mean danger. Tool 4: the aftercare plan. If you do speak up and feel anxious afterward, that's normal. Plan something grounding: movement, journaling, quiet time. Growth doesn't feel calm at first, it feels unfamiliar. One last thing that matters deeply: your authentic voice may sound unsure at first. It may shake. It may say, I don't know exactly why, but this doesn't feel right. That still counts. Healing isn't becoming fearless, it's learning you can survive honesty. So, if your voice learned to hide, be patient with it. You're not broken. You're rebuilding safety, and your voice doesn't need to shout. It just needs permission to exist. Take this at your pace. Your voice has been waiting a long time, but it isn't in a hurry.